Welcome to my channel. Let's talk about SYNCFAB. Now, what SYNCFAB want to do, they want to bring in a decentralization to the supply chain, supply in chain in demand and the rest of them. So what they want to do to address the supply chain problem for manufacturers and purchasers. So there is a problem of this middleman. They tell you if you don't sell your product for us, you'll not be able to sell good products. We are the ones who know the customers, and the customer says, well, we are the ones who the middleman tell the customers and says, well, we are the one who know the good manufacturers. If you don't go through us, you will not be able to buy things and the rest of them. So there are many problems like one of the middleman problem. There are certain, maybe you want to buy a certain amount of goods, you cannot actually buy, maybe because the amount you want to buy is very few. So middlemen have their own problems. Middlemen have their own problems in everything. They have their own problems. Let me talk about the problem with today manufacturing process. Like some of the problems with today manufacturing process has to do with the high cost that's related to the procurement of brokers, agents when sourcing for materials. Those are some of the problems manufacturers find. Okay, we're sourcing for materials now. How do we get the materials? Okay, you can't just go there and get materials. You need to, because I think the core element of business is trust. If we don't trust people, they may have expertise, they may have everything, but we're not going to do business with them. But now the issue is, okay, since these people we're vetting them with our trust, how can we trust them fully aware that they are not exploiting this key element of trust and using that one to exploit us? Like you have the case with the bank. The bank, you put your money in the bank, not because you can give your money to someone else to actually keep for you, but you trust the bank so much that, yeah, I'm keeping this money. Whenever I want this money, I can actually have the money. But you discover that the bank, whenever you put your money there, they exploit your trust. You want to withdraw the money, they charge you. Though it may seem little, they loan your money to people, they use your money for other projects, but the bank is so big that you may not actually recognize what is actually going on per se. But that is another topic for another day. So let's talk about the second problem with today manufacturing process is the issue of finding the right manufacturers. It's a very issue like the issues of expertise, the issues of counterfeiting. How do we find the right manufacturers and the rest of them? Then the third problem about this system is the difficulty in seeing manufacturers' capabilities to achieve economies of scale within the supply chain. I think they did an interview. If you go through the white paper, you'll see some of the things about the system. The things about the system was, now many of the people who are actually the experts or have the expertise in the field actually admitted that they don't really trust their capacity to actually deliver the job. Then the fourth thing about the system is the difficulty in tracking progress along the supply chain. So someone says, okay, I'm delivering these goods. What is the guarantee that they actually deliver the goods and they're not actually in line? And so there's a difficulty in tracking the progress. Okay, this thing has been shipped. How do we not know where it is? How do we not know what is going on with this thing? How do we track the progress? How do we know if something goes bad? How do we know if it was actually from the manufacturer or from those who were the ones carrying these things to the people? Then another thing is the loss of labor hours. And the sixth thing about the system is the security concerns that has to about the protection of intellectual property. We've had cases of people talking about maybe China or Japan or whatever country, they take your products and they copy it and make it look like their own version, which is not a very good one. And let's see the solutions SYNCFAB wants to do. And the solution SYNCFAB wants to do is, first, they want to bring decentralization into the system with smart contracts and smart manufacturing blockchain, efficiency, and transparency, and sources will be there. So they want to bring in a system here. We'll use the blockchain to connect purchasers. We use the blockchain to connect manufacturers. We use the blockchain to connect suppliers and those who are providing logistics service. So the ecosystem of SYNCFAB comprises of all these people: manufacturers, purchasers, suppliers, and those logistics. The logistics who are providing transport. And then one of the unique things about the system is, once someone, because the system connects all respects, and once you list a job, they're going to give incentive to the manufacturer who does the best job and at the most appropriate time. And let's go to page 23 and let's see something there. Okay, this is what page 23, incentivizing the manufacturer to reduce the time to production and drive competition. SYNCFAB plans to use MFG tokens to reward manufacturers who place faster bids and price more competitive, low-priced quotes in proportion to their quote acceptance rate. Every ROFQ created will be listed as an auction attached to its MG token rewarders in some of the stops. Let's go to page 34 and see the smart contract architecture. And this is the architecture. There is the identity, your name, company wallet, purchase order, the payment, and everything. So in a nutshell, not to keep this video very lengthy, this is a system here. Don't want to take off the manufacturer, the middleman from the process. Yeah, don't take off the middleman from the process and be able to work with other persons. So with time, they'll be working with platforms like FedEx and the rest of them. So you might be saying, okay, in a nutshell, what are these guys actually want to do? What they want to do in the system is they want to take away the middleman, and you as a manufacturer can actually connect with purchasers and vice versa. So guys, the token say has actually, let's see first about the token. So okay, the token say is live now. You can actually purchase. Mind you, this SYNCFAB is a company that has been existing before now. Let's see their team. Okay, Jeremy Goodwin, the CEO of SYNCFAB from 2007. Okay, these are the profile. Having a very good team, and
cases brought up to the SEC and things like that. As people are, I have damages. These people scam me, and now we can't find them with billions of dollars. I guess that.
Okay, so that is the talk they had with the Crypto 101, and this is your advisors. So guys, not to keep this thing long, in a nutshell, what these guys want to do, they want to take off the place of middlemen, and not only taking the place of middlemen, they want to bring in trust through the blockchain. So do have a very good one.